So your heart gets crushed, your crush doesn't notice you, and it becomes a one sided love. So that's pretty much what this episode is all about. And in a way, it's kind of emotional, but at the same time, I didn't feel for the character as the character had no relevancy to the plot line. It's like this, like even though you have introduced the main character's sister to us, she didn't make any appearances. She didn't make a lot of appearances. I mean, yeah, she played her cameo roles here and there, but she didn't make her appearances. But in the end, it still is kind of like this. Like, in the end, it's just a one-sided love for her, and in the end, it's crushed. Her dreams are crushed. Same goes with her love. He has a one-sided love too, and his dreams is crushed too. But he wants to see his love. The difference between uh Tada's sister and uh the other guy, I forgot his name. Yamashita, if I'm correct, that's what his name is. The difference between him and her is that Yamashita is happy just seeing his crush just seeing his crush smile, while uh Tara's sister, she took love too literally. And basically, this is basically what happens when you take love too seriously. Like, you don't confess it, you just take it too seriously. You know, just like one-sidedly, just going to just assuming that someday someone will notice you, like notice me senpai, some shit like that. It's never gonna work. Trust me, it never ever works. If you wanna, if you love somebody, whether it's a man or whether it's a woman, it doesn't matter. You have to step up and tell it. Like, you don't like have any chance if you just expect somebody to notice you. You have to step up and tell it. And that's a big problem when it comes to some topic like love or anything. Like, people, when it comes to love, they just see it one-sided. They never step up and tell it in the hope, like, in like a way, because they think that their hearts will be broken and shit. No, just move on. Because if you know that your heart is gonna be broken and love is one-sided, here's the best option for you. Go for it. Propose him or her. Get your heart broken, and when your heart is broken, move on. That's basically it. That is basically how you have to do it, because if you don't step up, there's nothing you can do it. There is nothing you can do. It doesn't matter if the person you know is like 15 year old for 15 years, or it's a person who you know for just one day. You have to step up. There is no other way for anything. There's no other way. Whether it's not only love, it's anything. If you don't step up for anything, any simple thing, it's just gonna go. It's just gonna flow. You are afraid that your heart is gonna be broken. You are afraid that uh that anything, like you just can't step up for something. That's where you make yourself look like a coward, I would say. Yeah, and I said it. Make yourself look like a coward. And I'm gonna be honest here. At first I was like that too. I was a complete coward. I didn't have the guts to stand up and say, "Yo, I love this chick." I don't know. I didn't have that gut to say. Like, I just didn't have the gut to say it. But once you get your heart broken, you just move on. You know this chick or this guy isn't gonna accept you. Just move on. Just slide off. Just slide off that door. Just open a new door to your new life, and that's it. Now a lot of people will be like, Hey, that's being rude. I don't want to be like that. I will kill myself. No, you you you, you gotta bear. And I've seen people do that. Okay, I have seen people actually say that. Yo, if I don't get this girl, I'm a killer. Kill myself. I'm like, my dude. Have you even seen the world yet? Like, I'm pretty sure there are hundreds of more chicks or hundreds of more men than what you see right now. Like, the girl you're going after is not worth it, or the guy you're going after is not worth it. Just, it's not worth it. There's somebody else better. That's basically it. And basically, same goes for this episode of Tada No Falls in Love too, because it's basically the same rule applying to this episode. Like, you may see the first half was more about exploring Nyango Big, and I'm not gonna get into that because I'm just like, that part was just for comedic effects and stuff. But I'm talking about what this whole episode tried to imply here, and I think so it did a good job of implying what it did to try to imply here. Like, you just have to move on, just like our main character's little sister did. Just move on. Like, you are not getting it, so why why bother? Like, yeah, you will be friendly with that person. You will like to see that him or her smile, but it's just like, don't bother. And if the person is a jerk, don't even bother. Like literally, my dude, don't even bother. Don't even bother talking to him or her. Like, don't even bother about it. Like, I'm serious. Just go out your way and just no bothering, even talking to him and her. Like, whoever that person you love maybe. Even that's, I'm talking about a one-sided love. I don't know about two-sided. I'm not about sure about like love, lovey tacos, because I'm never interested in that shit. I have never been interested. Like, when I was interested, I got into it, and then next thing I know, I lose interest. Like, no, I got bored real quick. Like, that isn't love. Like, I really got real bored real quick, just because I know that the person I was with was so boring. Like, like I was dragged with the beauty, and that's basically what happened. And I know the person that I I thought I was in love with. It was just like, she was just a beauty. That's it, basically. Nothing else. A personality. Nothing else. Like, everything else was just like a drag on. Like, it's just like, I don't want to insult a lot, but yeah, just a drag on. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, that's basically it. Like, I got bored of it, and I pretty much was like, I'm not falling into this shit again. Like, I'm never falling into this shit again. That's basically my way of getting out of it. Like, I'm never falling into this shit again, because I personally don't want this shit to happen. Like, I went through stuff. Okay, not talking about my life, but let's go. But let's talk about uh why how like how Nyanko Big likes cherry. I'm looking at this shit, and I'm like, oh my god, really? That's what. At first, I thought Charles was the one who kidnapped, not kidnapped, but technically picked him up. I was thinking about that, but what? Like, Charles can speak to cats, and finds out Nyanko Big is okay. I am done. When I saw that, I am done. Like, no, I'm not saying about the series, but like, I am done with Nyanko Big. Whenever I see this man, I'm just like, Charles. Whenever I see this man, this guy's just too perfect. This guy is too perfect. What is he gonna pull up next? Some Super Saiyan QB mode shit? Like, what? Just kidding. But yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's it for this episode. Like, I was just like, I that was just the message that was implied in this episode. Like, if your heart gets crushed, no matter what it is, no matter what it is, just just move on. Just move on. It's not a big deal. You got a whole life to spare. You're not into your mid 30s or 40s that you have to be. If you're in mid 30s or 40s, I don't know what you're doing with your life, and not have a good life. even if you're bad looking, you actually can have a good life even when you're in mid 30s or 40s, unless you did something bad in your past, which is way bad, like way bad, something like that. But yeah, not talking about that, but yeah, unless you're in mid 30s or 40s, I don't like, you have a whole life in front of you. Like you have, especially high schoolers. This is the main problem with high schoolers and middle schoolers. Like it is a usual problem I see with them, and pretty much like they don't understand the life they have in front of them. They just want to get into relationships. Like for example, here you go again. Like I see this problem happen many times, even when talking to some friends on Discord. It normally happens. Like a lot of my friends on Discord is like also like that. Like they want to get in a relationship, but I'm like, okay, you wanna? Okay. First of all, you have to do some shit. Like, no. Like you have a whole life. You have a whole life to make a decision. You can't just go after one female or one male and be like, whoa, I like this person, I'm just gonna go after that person. You have your whole life. You have to wait. You have to wait for the opportunity. You have to wait for the correct person. You just can't go after anybody. Like, my dude, you have to know the person better to go after someone. So, yeah, that's just what I want to say on this episode of Tada Never Will Falls in Love. There's not much to talk about, except for if you want to talk about Nanko big stuff. But I want to talk about the message implied in this episode. Nothing much about it. Anyways, let me know what do you think about this episode of Tada Never Falls in Love. Let me know what do you think about relationship of Yamashita and our main character sister. Let me know what you think about Teresa. What do you think is gonna happen next episode because of the preview? I know I saw the preview, but I don't understand the shit. Like I don't understand a thing. It just looks like a trip. I don't understand a thing that's going on in the preview. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about Charles in general, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.